Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And welcome to Adith Emmanuel for those of you who are here tonight in person and those who are able to join us through the blessing of technology. If you're here remotely, I invite you to say Shabbat Shalom in the chat and share where it is you're joining us this evening. So we don't get these Fifth Fridays very often. Starting this year, we decided to introduce something new on the Fifth Friday, and that is our mindfulness and meditative Shabbat, where we can take some time to maybe slow down the pace of our lives and really enjoy the rest of Shabbat. And we're delighted that we have Jessica Chasen, our member, who has some of background and experience leading us in these kinds of prayers. You may have attended her Yom Kippur adult study and meditation, and you might have been here sometime in, I think it was December, when we had the Fifth Friday. So we are delighted that you're back and leading us and guiding us again. And we're also on the cusp of one of our own being called to the Torah for the first time tomorrow, Ethan O'Neill. Mazel tov to you and your family. And it's Shabbat. So we welcome each of you in as we start with a nigun.
Let's try that all together.
And it's my pleasure to call to the bima Ethan O'Neill with his family as we continue in our prayer book on page 120 and 121 as they lead us in the lighting and blessing of our Shabbat candles.
As the Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitotav v'tzivanu lehigatev ner lehalik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch.
And we turn now in our Sidurim, in our prayer books, to page 123. And when I announce the pages, please note that they're the numbers that are in the brackets, page 123, as we continue with the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher Kiddushanu B'mitzvotav V'ratzavanu V'Shabbat Kadsho V'Ahava Uvratzon Hinhin Lanu Zikaron Lamasei Reishi Ki Hu Yom Tehila Lemikra Kodesh Zeker L'Siyat Mitzrayim Kivanu V'Charta Ve'otanu Kidashta Mikol Ha'amim Ve'Shabbat Kadshecha Be'ahava Uvretzon Hinaltanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh Shabbat.
As we turn now in our prayer books to page 138, page 138.
Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad ishmiyanu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem tiferet v'litkehila lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lekuvenecha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavati lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We continue with verse 9 at the bottom of page 139. As we're able, we rise facing the entrance to the sanctuary to greet the Shabbat bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'sifcha u'v'tzola tov emuneh am zevula boi chala boi chala. Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lekadoti likrat kalaya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
And as we remain standing, we take a moment to turn to somebody, perhaps not the person next to us if we already know that person, but find somebody maybe in front of us, behind us, introducing ourselves to one another. Maybe we can share one thing with that person for which we are grateful this past week. And if you're joining us through the blessing of technology and you want to say Shabbat Shalom, and add maybe one thing for which you are grateful for from this past week. And these are conversations we can continue with one another at our Oneg Shabbat. As we turn now in our prayer books to page 146, page 146 in the brackets, Baruch Hu.
Yai lalai. Lai, 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 lai. Yai lai, 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 lai. Yai lai, lai, yai lai, lai. Yai lai, 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 lai. Yai lai, 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 lai.
Before we turn to the Shema, I invite Jessica to lead us in this meditation.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. As we prepare to recite together our central prayer, the Shema, I want to take a moment for us to just kind of take a breath meditation. So I'm going to invite you to sit for a moment and get comfortable. And if any of you have meditated before, you know that the breath is most central to everything else that we do. Keeping a calm, cool breath, it quiets everything. It quiets the mind and everything else. So in an effort to clear the craziness of the week we've all just had leading up to this moment, I want to do a very short breathing exercise. And it's a simple one. We can do at any point in time. Some of you may have done it before. It is referred to as a 4-7-8 breathing exercise. So you can keep your eyes open, you can close your eyes. But essentially how it goes is, you prepare, you exhale fully, you'll inhale on a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll hold the breath, 7 counts, and then you'll slowly exhale out to 8 counts. Now it may help you if I do this. If it distracts you, ignore it. But for some it does help, so you kind of can think it through. Because it's hard for me to also breathe and speak at the same time, as I'm sure you can imagine. But it essentially goes, breathe out, breathe in through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe out through the mouth. So let's do that. I'll do it twice, and hopefully it'll help prepare you to just let it all go, calm your mind, and then we will rise together to do the Shema. So let's begin. Everyone with a breath out. Breathe in 4. Hold. Slowly out. In. Hold. Out. Breathe normal as we rise together to recite the central prayer, our Shema.
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in thy heart, shall be in thy heart. Thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that he may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God, unto your God. We continue on page 157. 157 as we read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. As we continue on page 160 with our prayer Hashkivenu, praising God for helping us to lie down at night. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shoreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shoreinu Lechaim. Ushmot Seitenu Uvoenu Lechaim Ushalom Me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. We continue on page 162, our prayer for Shabbat V'Shamru.
V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם.
As we prepare now to stand before God to recite our prayers together, the Amidah, let us rise now and truly feel the connection of our feet on the ground beneath us. Some of us are here with family, some with friends. This is the ground that we all stand on. It's what unites us together, the same earthly surface that our parents, our children, our ancestors have stood upon. And now is the moment to feel that connection. As you press your heels down, press down on the back of your heels and release up. Go forward on your toes and release back down. Move your legs back and forth if you need to. Find that stance. Close your eyes a moment. Feel that strength in your legs attaching to the earth beneath you. How the pressure goes back and forth from your feet into the ground and back. We are connected deeply to each other through this ground that we stand upon. And in so, we are connected to Adonai. Together we stand before Adonai as we recite the ancient prayer of praise, petition, and thanks to God.
Adonai, sifatai itachu via giteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaRorah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Ha'ol, V'Zocher Kasei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mivulalim Nenehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Michayel Kol Ataram Le'Oshia, Mashiach Ruach Moridat Hashem, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayel Hakol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umidom Elok, Melech Mimit Umechayeh, Umatziach Yeshua, Ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kedoshim b'chol yom ya'alucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
May be seated. We continue on page 177. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki otahu me'arzon, lechol hashalom. Ki otahu טסים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם.
This week in our Torah portion Tzav, we read about a lot of sacrifices. In Hebrew, we call these korbanot. A korban, singular, is the expression of the ancient Israelites used lahakriv, to draw near to God. A korban, as Everett Fox in his translation of the Torah calls it, is a near offering. Today, we do not offer sacrifices. We offer our prayers as a way to draw near to God. Meditation as prayer is also a way that we might draw near to God. As we, in a moment, will pause for some silent meditation, I invite you to follow these guiding words as a way that you might offer prayer on this Shabbat. We already had a little bit of a sample of the position we might take from Jessica's words earlier. So if you choose, I invite you to sit in an upright position with both feet grounded on the floor in front of you, if that's available. Relax your shoulders down. I know that at the end of the week, I often feel like my shoulders are creeping up, so just maybe back roll and down. And it opens our heart space as well. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes or just have an unfocused gaze a few feet in front of you. Take in a deep breath and out. Sometimes I like to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. You can breathe whatever way is comfortable for you. Let's take in another deep breath and release it. Shabbat is our day of rest, as we now go back to breathing normally. Shabbat comes at the end of our work week. Sometimes during my Shabbat silent meditation, I like to reflect back at the week and put it behind me, acknowledging the difficulties, celebrating the joys, offering gratitude. Saying goodbye to the past week, I try to focus on the present by observing my breathing. Breathing in Shabbat and rest, breathing out Shalom and filling my surroundings with peace. Shabbat in, Shalom out. Shabbat, Shalom. Let's take a few moments of silence, and if you choose, meditate on breathing in and out. Shabbat and Shalom.
As we chant the syllables na, 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 I invite you, as is our custom, to insert your prayer, whatever meditation you've had up until now. Insert that into this melody. Bring it into yourself. If you feel so inclined, you can keep your eyes closed. You can sway, you can rock, you can let the melody bring you even deeper into your own meditation. Na 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 na, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na.
We turn our thoughts and prayers to those who are in need of healing, and so we turn in our Siddur to page 371 in the middle of the page. I know many of us are thinking about the healing that is needed in Israel and Gaza. This week I'm also thinking about the healing that needs to take place in Baltimore and how that tragedy of the bridge collapsing must affect those in the environment and those beyond. And we think about the healing that is needed of body and mind and spirit for those who are in our extended Adith Emmanuel family. If you're joining us through the blessing of technology, we invite you to add the names of those people whom you're thinking of who are in need of healing at this time. And we send our blessings of healing to David Grimm, John Lafferty Sr., Gregory Camaras, Nathan Kugelman, Jesse Conca, Joe Wright, Jill Schlesinger, Helen Kaminsky, Andrea DeCiccio, David Aguilar, Audrey Pomerantz, Libby Barsky, Orly Boudet, Cynthia Rosenberg, Jill Hollander, Carol Levine, Judy Winogren, Bob Epifano, Malcolm Fletcher, Ellen Bertuglia, Goldie Schultz, Mindy Fisher, Kayla Chana Bat Adan Leib Umasalea, Marlene Gratchner, Sarah Gardner, Cindy DiRicio, Harry Greenberg, Nick Baud, Deb Nielsen, Moshe Ben Elizabeth Theodore, Rosalie Middleman, Jennifer Ness, George Goldstein, Harriet Eisner, Carla Teich, Linda Drachman, Chaim Ben David, Eileen Davison, Craig Davison, Hugh Morton, Art Bond, Roberta Levine, Jordan Steinberg, Lisa Galda, Ed Crosby, Myra Kaplan, Jeff Schaefer, Louis Alahat, Carol Schaefer, Mary Mednitsky, Jocelyn Jackson, Jen Jones, Michael Infanti, Gary Garnick, Rick Ulrich, Ileana Cohn. And if you're here in the sanctuary and are thinking of those who are in need of healing, I invite you as you're able to rise and say those names aloud as my hand passes through the congregation. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim.
Bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
And we also turn our prayers toward those who remain hostage in Gaza, those Israelis for whom we pray, Umatir Asurim, may God free those who are in captive. This prayer, Achenu, is translated as follows. As for our brothers and sisters, the whole house of Israel who are given over to trouble or captivity, whether they abide on the sea or on the dry land, may the All-Present have mercy upon them and bring them forth from trouble to enlargement, from darkness to light, and from subjection to redemption, now speedily and at a near time.
Achenu kol Beit Yisrael, Avyotenu kol Beit Yisrael, Hanetunim b'Sara ub'Ashivya, Haondim ben bayam u'ben bayabasha. Achenu kol Beit Yisrael, Avyotenu kol Beit Yisrael, Hanetunim b'Sara ub'Ashivya, Haondim ben bayam u'ben bayabasha. Hamakom yirachem, yirachem alechem, v'yosiem misara, lirvacha, u'me'afel le'ora, u'mishibul legula, hashta b'gala, u'v'son karif. Hamakom yirachem, yirachem alechem, v'yosiem misara, lirvacha, u'me'afel le'ora, u'mishibul legula, hashta b'gala, u'v'son karif.
So I've been asked to take this time to lead us in what is known as a guided meditation. A guided meditation is one where I will give you a visual imaging to kind of focus on, and that hopefully will help us to all together find a final place today of calm and peace through our Shabbat service. And as you've noticed, even the rabbi wishes to partake instead of being up here at this time, which I think is wonderful, and thank you for the trust. So this guided meditation is best done with our eyes closed. If you're comfortable, I very much encourage you to do this. So as before, find a comfortable place in your chair. If your back is supported well, feet on the ground, and just close your eyes. Focus your attention inward at the area of your heart, your lungs, your solar plexus. This is the area of Tiferet, the sephirah associated with balance and harmony. As we breathe normally, become aware of your breathing, your chest rising and falling. Visualize in the center of your chest a small light, possibly the glow of Shabbat candle flame. Notice how the light intensifies and expands as you breathe in and will return to its original size as you exhale. Now, with each breath, allow the light to expand a little more. Breathing in, slowly let the light fill your entire chest. As your chest rises and falls, sit with this radiant light inside you for several breaths on your own. Feel its warmth as it sends its light to all parts of your body. Feel as this light grows, further filling until it completely fills and absorbs your whole body into the light. Imagine that you can feel the warmth and light all over your skin, this warmth coming from inside. Now, with each breath, allow the light to expand still more. Go with this light, allowing your body as well as your mind to expand, becoming one with the light as it grows. This light, you, expand until you're outside of everything, filling this entire room. Breathing gently, continue to expand, filling the synagogue halls, our entire building, as the light and you expand beyond the physical boundaries of this space. Your light is expanding and rising gently and slowly, so that from where you are in the center of this light, you can see our temple. its neighborhood, our entire town. Continue to expand breath by breath as much as you feel comfortable. As you breathe, feel free to expand beyond the edges of everything around us, beyond the edges of the earth, out into space. When you've gone as far as you are comfortable, rest here, breathing in and out. You become aware of the moon and the planets and the stars around us, each with their own light, just as you are filled with your own light. Allow yourself to be connected to every entity that you can see and feel. As we sit in this expanded light, we acknowledge the blessing of being a part of this vibrant universe of light. As we turn our attention back to our breathing, breathing in and exhaling out, begin to visualize with each breath, as you exhale, allow the light to begin to condense. Slowly, the space you occupy becomes smaller. As you do so, you return to the earth. You return to our country, back to our town. Breath by breath, you bring yourself back to our corner of Mount Laurel, to our temple. Allowing your light slowly to return to this sanctuary where we began. Breath by breath, come back to feeling the boundaries of your own body. Every exhale condenses the light, smaller and smaller, gently returning it to that small space in the center of your chest. As we remain with our eyes closed, take 3 deep breaths here, visualizing that little light in the center. You can always return here to feel the glow of this warm light, recalling that you are one with our entire universe, both uniquely your own and collectively part of something infinite. Gently move your fingers and toes. Shift around in your seat. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Take a deep, cleansing breath in. Exhaling out. As we see the beautiful candles that were lit by the O'Neill family this evening still glowing. And we can imagine that small light within us and how that small light truly is part of the larger light that we all share. May tonight's meditation stay within you, bringing your warmth and harmony throughout the rest of this week. Shabbat Shalom.
That is Shabbat rest and cleansing and so many other wonderful things. Thank you, Jessica. As we turn now in our Siddur to page 586. 586 at the bottom of the page, we give our thanks to God. As we're able, we rise for Aleinu. We turn our thoughts and prayers now to those who are no longer with us. And so we turn in our Siddur to page 593 in the brackets. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. As we turn in our Siddur to pages 500 98, and 599. We think of our loved ones whom death has taken from us recently and those who died at the season in years past. I invite those who are joining through the blessing of technology to write in the chat those whom we are thinking of at this time. During this Shiva and Shloshim period, we remember Joseph Lieberman. And on their yahrzeits, we remember Estelle Albin, Richard Chaikin, Jane Eggendorf, Robin Enders, Michael Feldman, Susan Fesnack, Adele Flair, Albert Goldis, Lucille Helfat, Lauren Harold Jaffe, Lilia Kazansky, Julia Krantz, Benjamin Litovsky, Evelyn Levinson, Neil Lustig, Jerry Parker, Lena Pomerantz, Philip Smith, Lillian Ward, Albert Zack. And for those of you who are here in the congregation and have another name to add, I would invite you as you're able to rise and mention those names aloud as my hand passes through the congregation.
Royce Williams.
And for those who are in this period of Shiva or Shloshim or in the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise at this time. And for those who are here observing a yahrzeit, the year anniversary of the death of a loved one, I invite you to rise at this time. And as we're able, we rise as one community in comfort and support, thinking of all those who we have drawn into our hearts with our own Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be for blessing, as we continue now with the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, ta'amiran b'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, amen. May be seated. It's my pleasure to call to the Bima Doug Richter to share with us a few hodaot, some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to Rabbi and Cantor Sandy, Jessica, and Lucas for leading us in such a nice, relaxing service tonight. Thank you to Judy for greeting everyone as we came in. And Mazel Tov to the O'Neill family on Ethan's bar mitzvah coming up tomorrow. And that starts at 10 a.m. right after Torah Talk and Bagels, which starts at 8:45. I just want to remind everyone that the office is closed this coming week for spring break, but there is still plenty of things going on. One of those things is that we are piloting a caring committee task force, and we are looking for volunteers to do all types of mitzvahs. The details for this are in the emails, as are the details for all the other things going on this week. So please always keep checking your Wednesday email from Adith. It's very short announcements tonight. So, Shabbat Shalom.
I have a couple other announcements to add. For those of you who are not able to join us for our Mission Task Force discussions, we do have an opportunity for you to share your voice. Outside in the foyer, you'll see there's a blue box and there's papers there where you can write if you feel comfortable writing your answers, or if you prefer, you can scan the QR code and answer online. A second announcement I have to share is there have been people who asking, are you going to be speaking again about your solidarity trip to Israel? The answer is yes. And there was a suggestion that we do this online so that anybody would be able to access it who might not be able to join in person. So it's going to be on Sunday evening, April 7th at 7 p.m. Check your email for the link for that, April 7th at 7 p.m. And we turn now to our closing song and nigun.
So, in case you noticed the last time, the nigun builds, and the goal of this nigun, as our meditation is our goal, is to lift ourselves up. And so each section of the nigun is meant to lift us higher and closer to God and maybe deeper into our own prayers until we come back to the beginning of the melody. So I encourage you to join in, sing with us. You can sing the wrong notes. You don't have to worry about the words. It's la la la. But I encourage you to join in, sing along, and let yourself be lifted by the melody. New part.
Please join me in Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon, and Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.